Alright, we're back. Who remembers what happened last week?
A lot.
Pew, pew,
Lots
plus
of shenanigans on the highway.
This is true,
Blew our
yes.
cover.
We
Yep.
did blow our cover, or rather, we provided credentials. The police blew our cover, and they did it planet-wide.
So what you're saying is we should go kill the police.
No.
I mean, yeah.
We should.
We blew our cover to prevent having to kill the police.
Well, we should to teach them a lesson.
Well, what Matt can do is just make a note in his little black book to send a representative to the head of police on this planet and explain to him that when you're informed that inquisitorial operations is in progress, you shut the fuck up.
Of course,
I
you
technically could. Actually, no, I couldn't.
I should go bite you.
I don't have it, but there is an inquisitorial ability where I could spend a fate point to increase or decrease our group's subtlety. So I like to think that if I did it, it would just be me picking up the phone, calling the police chief, and then, like, the news retracts the story worldwide. Like, never mind.
We're issuing a correction today. The Inquisition was never here, and in fact does not exist. Go about business. Thank you.
No, they want everybody. The Imperium wants the.
Mistake. We made a horrible mistake, and at no point has the chief's life been threatened.
That being said, you had also drove a van through a warehouse door to where the Skull Crew is. Said Imperial Inquisition to chase them away.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but nobody's gonna believe a bunch of gangers.
And they did try to switch to a different frequency because they knew we had theirs, and they just said it over the fucking line.
They don't 100% understand operational security.
So they work for a certain company.
They have operational security 101, but they forgot to read chapter 2 of that book.
Thou didst not have to say it.
But yes, you got your taxi blown up on the highway.
We hijacked a van and kicked out the scouts and the Karen driving them.
Yep.
We did Operation Sword Van. We stole some bikes. I got almost blown up by a bike before I remembered via dodge check that they rig grenades if they don't like you.
Yes, that's correct.
And we found what's his bucket, Nick Stetter, and pumped him for info.
He's
few
deader.
busters and enforcer we can go after. There's a pair of leaders that we gotta find,
Bleach.
and Bleach and
Yeah,
whatever.
Flare. Yep.
Sounds like freaking Beavis and Butthead.
And he tried to tell us that fucking
Dag.
Yeah, that Dag Bleeder was a higher up in the gang, so I ventilated him.
So you pumped him for info and you pumped him with lead. Fair enough. Well, actually, I guess it was a bolter, so it's probably some magic, space metal.
Don't worry, it's just an exotic material propellant. Nothing to worry
It's
about.
okay. His kicks got pumped up.
His kicks did, in fact, get pumped up.
And then, you went to a hotel to rent a room, and you heard on the news the Imperial Inquisition is on planet. Tends to be one of those things that just, when somebody finds out, they tell their friend, and the friend tells two friends, and then they tell two friends each, and
And
before
then
you
the
know
entire
it,
planet gets friggin' black bagged.
Re-education for all of them.
Which reminds me, black bagging was our plan for trying to get some more out of those guys. If I remember right, we were going to try to, rather than kick in the door and smorp, subtly sneak through the door, black bag, then smorp if necessary.
yeah, well, right now it is evening at the second hotel you've checked in at, and you just heard that news. How's everyone dealing with that?
Aren't we gonna pretend to be gangers too to get into this meeting? We're making up our own gang.
Oh yeah, we were talking about stealing their leathers and painting them.
Yes, we did repaint their stuff rather hastily in the parking lot with spray paint after we found a sufficiently holy hardware store.
Yep. You certainly did do that. It's not a bad idea, mind. It's just unique.
Well,
Look, you won't give us pay and spray, so this was the best we could do.
Just like this is just like all our operations unique.
But so it's late at night. You have spent the better part of a day causing shenanigans and spray painting the bikes. You also have the gang leathers. I don't think you've altered those in any way yet.
Not yet.
So what is everyone doing? How is everyone faring with the news that Imperial Inquisition is on planet?
Watchmaker's less than thrilled, but he's playing it close to the chest while he works with his comm leech and or the Vox just to listen in on what the gangers are up to.
Okay.
Gar was aware that the Imperial Inquisition was on planet, and thus this is not news to him.
Tell me your secrets.
Eve is like, well, she.
Chewie's like, bark.
Chewie's the most disappointed out of all of us.
He just looks at you and shakes his head. Bark.
I've got a good
Bork, bark.
quick dog story for you.
Yeah?
Quick, because it's a quick story.
Yeah?
So my dad was so bored that he decided he wanted to come over here and snowblow the snow on whatever day that was.
Okay.
He brought Kramer.
Okay.
And so they both climb over the snowbank into the driveway. And Kramer starts towards the house. And then he sees me standing in the garage and he stops. And he looks at me and he says, "Bark!" And it communicated a lot like, "I'm surprised to see you," and "Why is there all this snow between us?" and several other things at once.
Did he remind you of Chewie though?
Yeah, a little. It
Touch
reminds
the
me of the
soul
dog.
of the dog.
Dogs remind me of dogs. It's funny that works.
Strange.
Odd, in fact.
I don't trust it.
How is Tigo dealing with the news that not necessarily their cover's been blown, but at least the news that Inquisition is on world?
I'm utterly shocked and appalled.
That's right, actually. The news story, did it emphasize that it was our doings, or is there just an entire other inquisitorial cell going on?
The news you heard was that the Imperial Inquisition is on the planet.
Well, you can also think of it as maybe what's this one? It's Hussar, like maybe causing that also because they might have information on what we're after. We're doing.
It could be that they are coming to silence the potential lead to them, which is what we're doing all this for. This is our first promising lead in a while.
I mean, we silenced the lead ourselves.
Maybe
got
we
the
should do
information
some.
first.
See if we can do some digging and find out if maybe there is another cell that's operating and we just had an unlikely timing.
You certainly
Just in
could.
case. We don't want to get surprised by that.
How would you like to go about that?
I guess deep dive into local news and see if there's any further details other than Inquisition's here on further reporting. Like, do they have like 24-hour talking head cycles?
Yeah, they would have something like that and be relatively easy to find to get access to that. So this would be a case of you having to basically sit in front of a TV or radio and listen to the news or switch between stations to find whoever is giving details about this.
I can probably do that while we're working on altering the jackets. The real question is, what check would it be to alter the jackets?
Check to alter the jackets would probably be... I'm trying to find a good one here.
Impromptu artwork.
Let's say...
Gang Underworld.
Yeah, you could roll a gang underworld, actually, to see if you can get a good idea of what icon you want to use and what,
I could do
like,
that.
slogan.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll let you handle the jackets. While I'm listening to new stuff, can I also use the comm leech and or listening
fade
on their comms? Just kind of
Okay,
multiple
didn't work.
sources.
Yeah, Eve's just not able to think of, like, a good idea of what kind of, like, gang symbols would be used on this world.
I try Arbites, like with my Arbites
Hold up.
knowledge.
I have one. I'm just trying to get my character sheet to pop up.
Okay. Arbites probably wouldn't work in this case. As for listening in to the comm, you would need to use the comm leech as you stole in the radio and have the info you need for it. So you'd be able to just listen in. In this case, they are mixing in a lot of like gang slang to like in their actual like talking, so you can understand maybe like half of what they're saying, but they're like using these bizarre terminology for a lot of what they're saying, but they do keep referencing going to the circle.
We did know about the circle. I think that's probably one of our primary.
There you go. Mine's finally went on.
Yeah.
Okay. Tigo was able to get a good idea of like what gangs would be operating, what the motorcycle gangs would want to use, and there's a lot of skull stuff that they use, seemingly based on the planet's their Imperial Guard regiment that had incorporated a lot of the Imperium's overall like skull icons. So a lot of the worlds do just use skulls, they use snakes, they use, funny enough, roses. And so they just use these are like the 3 common icons you're going to see a lot within motorcycle gangs on world.
Okay. How about like a rose going through a skull, like it's been like fired like an arrow or something? Or like through the forehead like it's a bullet?
Something like that would, from what Tigo was able to figure out, that would probably be something that would be used.
Alright, who wants to have an arts and crafts project? Gar, get the popsicle sticks.
Gar is down.
And I gotta run.
Gar produces popsicle sticks from his robe. Like what? I have to always have these.
I will be back. Oh, what the? Oh.
Gar's big into arts and crafts.
Pipe cleaners and pom-poms.
All right. So for actually altering the gang, like the leather jackets, there's no like art or performance thing. So I'm just gonna say do a sleight of hand, which is agility based and would be for, I guess, having the delicate enough like hand to actually do like the stenciling and artwork.
Oh, I don't have that. Someone's gonna have to do my jacket for me.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
Ed said Zoom crashed on him.
Oh shoot. Okay. All right. So.
Plain agility.
Yeah. So if you wanted to like run sleight of hand, you could do that without like with a -20 modifier to it.
That was bizarre.
Yeah, Zoom's a little silly sometimes. Anyway, Ed, if you so for altering the gang jackets, it would be a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
I tried.
Gar alters a jacket.
I'll give it a shot. Where's sleight of hand? Where's sleight of hand? Or
Gar and Eve stay still. Okay.
You know what? Let me fate that.
Okay, I want to see how this goes. Okay. Gar and Eve stencil in their skulls with the arrow rose going into the skull. But the skull turns out rather cartoony. It has big googly eyes, a weird kind of smile on it, and the rose looks like more like a tree, but with like red as opposed to like the green leaves. Tigo, on the other hand, is able to like draw on a really rather realistic looking skull with the arrow rose going into it, and you were able to see that yes, it looks pretty good compared to the 2 rather amateurish stencils that Gar and Eve have worked on their jackets with. But it's at least looks somewhat consistent. So you now have 3 leather jackets with 2 of them looking not great and 1 looking good in terms of the icon you want on it.
Would I have to roll twice more to try to fix theirs?
Yeah, you would have to roll twice to fix theirs.
Okay, let's give this a shot. Wow.
Nope. Tigo's just
And let me try
not
this
able to fix it.
one.
Nah, Tigo, like, tries to fix it, but he, like, spills some of the paint onto it. And he's like, oh, shit, and has to, like, clean it up really quickly.
Oh, well.
But he's...
How's arts and crafts going?
We're 1 out of 3.
Ah.
Well, you have to try to fix theirs now.
Oh, God.
And do your own.
While I was in the can, I was thinking, what if we just went to look like the Droobs from A Clockwork Orange?
You could.
I feel like that's just the right level of... Okay, so sleight of hand?
Yep.
Sleight of hand to see if you can, by the end, 2 of these jackets, which originally had a, passable skull, if somewhat bizarre, now has big white smudges, and followed by a red smudge.
That's the initiation smudge.
Which now
You have to earn your colors.
followed by one jacket that actually looks good.
Mine. Of course.
You ever just have one of those missions?
Maybe Tigo can be the only one wearing a jacket. He could be the
Well-
leader.
I'm wearing my jacket.
Well, to be fair, the one with the best social skills should be the leader. Everybody looks at Car.
God.
Oh, you want me to wear the good jacket?
I'm thinking objectively, like what would get us like through this, more than like stature.
Gar will trade with you if you want, but he'll also just wear the one that he painted. He thinks it's great.
I respect that. Could cut the sleeves off or something stupid and just make a vest. You know what I don't hate? I don't hate vests.
All right. So after all of this work on the jackets, trying to get your gang, who I don't think you've actually named yet, trying to get your gang's symbol, ruining it, trying to fix it, making it worse, trying to fix it again and making it even more worse. About 4 hours have passed.
Look, as long as it's not recognizable as a Skull Crew jacket anymore, we're good.
It's not even recognizable currently as like a gang jacket.
Is it recognizable as a jacket?
Oh, it's still a jacket. It still looks like a leather jacket, but
We good.
it
looks
has
like a toddler got the finger paint over it.
yeah, like the latest like gang members like kid like tried to do some art on it and he didn't have time to clean it up.
Eh. We'll live with that.
He was ended.
So at this point it's middle of the night, probably like 1 a.m.
Did my information searching bear any fruit?
So you were looking through the local news?
Yeah. Ideally, kind of listening in on stuff while also looking through local news.
This would be a logic test in order to just filter through lots of information efficiently.
That's a fate point.
Oh, hold on, let me try first.
Nope, I got it.
Okay.
All right. Watchmaker goes to like watch the local news, and TV's just all static. Bangs it once, and then it goes to local news station where the reporter's talking about a incident where local police assisted the Inquisition with a heretical car chase on a like on a main road in the city you're in currently,
Okay.
followed by the Emperor Protects. Please report any suspicious behavior.
Okay, so that does confirm it's us. Do we know how much, like how far off world news goes and how fast? Like, how long did it take us to get our tip about the informant here?
Yeah, so you would know enough about planet-to-planet transmission to know that information on planet can be given to a specialized psyker who will then send the knowledge out to other psykers through the warp, which is the only way you can really get like news very quickly from like planet to planet, or you can just have a ship that is like doing that's traveling from world to world be given the news to then like send to the next planet. Those are really the only two ways to get like knowledge from world to world. So it could be done very quickly if somebody thinks it's pertinent enough to have the local telepathica psychers send that out.
How long has it been?
Well, it's been like 4 hours since you heard the news last.
Okay.
Or since you first heard the news, I should say.
Most likely it's already out of the bag and into the world at large.
Retribution, we should go kill all the psychers.
You've gotten distressingly good at role-playing a character from the Imperium.
Plot twist.
Well, he does hate the mutant and the heretic.
I hate all the things.
So, good job, Tigo.
Thank you.
All right. So this is what your local. That's what the local news dive was showing you. So what's everyone doing now?
I think we're ready to go.
Grab a quick rest and take the shifts and all that shit.
Okay. So we'll just fast forward to that, so to speak. So you just set your shifts up. You go get like 4 or 5 hours of sleep. It's currently about 6 a.m. planet and the area you're in. The sun comes up over the horizon. The light filters in through your windows, through the thick haze as much as it can. So, yeah, instead of just like a pitch blackness, there's it's more of like the pollution twilight caused by the sun just attempting to like cut through these clouds of smog.
Well, was there any ganger traffic worth listening in on?
If you wanted to listen in, you would find that gangers sleep a little bit later.
Fuckers. I guess we can get some hours on them and either get ahead of them or get caught up. Anybody got anything else they want to do? Everybody use the bathroom?
Car's like sitting on his fancy space motorcycle, ready to go.
Did everybody get a pack of peanut butter crackers? Because we're not stopping. Make sure you have a snack. All right, let's go.
All right. So where are you going to?
I believe we figured out where the circle was, right?
No, you haven't.
Damn, I thought we got that.
Minor detour.
I guess we gotta figure out where the circle is next.
Okay. So,
I guess I'll make inquiry.
Yeah, you could make an inquiry test.
All right, I'm gonna need some help with this probably. Yep.
Let me do.
Okay.
Yay.
Watchmaker's able to make no headway. He's able to find like a number of buildings or like districts called the Circle, but they're all not where a ganger would go. Tigo has a bit of trouble finding people who might necessarily know what the Circle is. But he does eventually find somebody who isn't a ganger, but does say that he knows. He's heard gangers talking about the Circle, and that he might know a place where like there's gangers who hang out who probably would know what the circle is. He thinks, and he points you to basically like it's a little well, it's another bar where gangers tend to like congregate.
All right. How far out are we?
From the bar,
Yeah.
you'd be just a couple miles.
Oh, well then.
Yeah, you could like drive. You'd have to drive to it with your like motorcycles or. No, you don't have the van anymore. It's pretty badly smashed.
The Karen mobile does not work anymore.
Yeah.
But he gives you the name of the bar. It's called the Bottomless Whiskey.
All right.
he
We'll
also-
soon see about that.
And he warns Tigo it's a bit of a rough neighborhood where it's like it's a bit of a rough bar.
Plot twist. Dag is there. How rough of a neighborhood?
I couldn't tell you.
I mean, just by looking at the like area.
Oh, so if you were to travel to there, you would see that it's pretty run down, even for this city. And you do not see any police presence.
But that sounds fun. Trying to think here.
Well, maybe we could scope the bar out early.
Yeah.
We don't want to be seen snooping, but we might be able to stealthily like do some like cop shit, like plant bugs or case the place, have all the exits marked, stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah. If you want to do that.
All right. Are you heading to
Wanna-
the?
Do we want to not wear our disguises and maybe if we can alter our faces a little, we could do that and then come back later?
I have a disguise kit if you want to alter your face.
Okay.
That's just your chainsword.
No, I really do have a disguise kit.
That's still your chainsword.
Semantics.
Yeah. All right.
So let's see.
Okay. So I would say using the disguise kit, make a deceive test to alter your face in a way that would, well, disguise you.
Break up facial features, etc. Is
Yep.
anybody trained in this shit?
I break even.
I'm trained. If you give me the kit, do you roll at a bonus for that?
You would
I
get a plus 10.
I would get a plus 10 because of the kit. So I would be rolling at a 50. Yeah.
I'd be rolling at a 40, so you're better than me.
Oh, we're in trouble. We're so in trouble. Was it deceive?
It'd be deceive, yes.
Okay.
Okay. So you are able to, I would say you'd be able to change everyone's features enough, adding in some fake scars, like freckles, making it look like people have like more of a tan than maybe they already like do. Especially making sure you cover up Eve's facial tattoos.
Good
But
call.
eventually you are able to make yourselves look pretty different from how you would normally look. Yep.
I drew some legs on Chewie's body.
Zit. Put some flames on the fucking wheel for his back legs.
You make Chewie look like a real dog.
I'm a real dog.
And he borks.
Sounds like a fucking like poet laureate, like Bork.
The most intelligent pork.
Bork, like Harvard Lockjaw. All right, let's go case the place.
Okay. Well, you drive your motorcycles. Or do you drive your motorcycles or do you take another vehicle?
Let's just get a rental car or something.
Okay. Yeah, there'd be a rental place there, so just make an influence test plus 20, just to see if you can get like a car on short notice. Oh, wow, damn. Okay, so yeah, they have a rental car. It's a little it is a little 4-door hatchback. It's a kind of nice sky blue color, a couple of dings and dents, but it turns on and the wheels aren't bald.
That's good. All right, let's go.
So you take your little hatchback, drive to the bar, and yeah, the bar definitely is a biker bar. You see a lot of bikes similar to the ones you've acquired outside. You see a lot of people who definitely look like they are gangers standing outside. It's at this point 7 a.m. and they're like people who are definitely like have been up all night and are still drinking. But actually make an awareness roll once you get there.
I'll make an awareness roll.
I'll click on the awareness button.
Okay.
Don't think I
Wow.
will.
I'll click on the awareness button, I suppose.
Scam.
Okay.
There we go.
Watchmaker and Gar don't really notice anything out of the ordinary. Gar sees like a really like weird looking bird that he gets kind of focused on
A flamingo.
Yes.
and isn't really paying attention to the gangers. Tio and Eve see that there are a number of different gang patches on the different people who are outside the bar. They are congregated in the groups of their own patches, but even though there seems to be some tension between them, they aren't actually like fighting with one another.
Okay, so yeah, this is like the big moot. If they've been drinking and up all night, they might be relatively like tired and not on their A game for us to sneak in, assuming the dice want to, stop what they're doing.
Can we tell what kind of, like, which gang they belong to, or any of them skulls?
You do see a couple of see a couple of skulls that aren't part of the skull crew. You see skulls with like a snake twisting through like the eye, like one eye and then out the other. You see a skull with like a rose in its mouth. You see a skull that has a snake around it with a rose in its mouth.
So no skull crew. I was kind of wondering if, like, maybe they had, like, I don't know, like they were at beef with somebody. Gang wars.
You don't see any members of the skull crew there currently.
All right, I'll keep going past it rather than stopping nearby. Find some place near-ish to park that's somewhat out of the way in case we need to get the vehicle back and we don't want it on cinder blocks.
Okay.
I just
And
saw
then,
your
we can start
influence.
sneaking in. Do you want to handle that,
Yeah.
Kigo? Do we have surveillance equipment? We did take some shit from Creepy Guy, right? Before we murdered him.
So?
Yeah, you'd gotten a tracking device and I think a couple of cameras. So tracking device is gone because it was on the bike that got it. Nope, you actually still do have that. Yes, you still have the tracking device because you were able to successfully recover
The bike.
Nix's bike. So you have the tracking and you have, I think, 2 small cameras. Okay.
Stealth roll. That's a group roll?
No.
It's
Probably just you for now.
Okay.
Yeah, a group roll would be everybody rolling, and it would be comparing degrees of success versus failure.
Okay.
So Tico is able to very quickly and quietly slip in through he goes to the side of the building. There is a small window leading into what looks like the bathroom. He's able to just very quickly pop it open and just jump up and slip inside. Nobody notices him entering in.
So put the camera.
I was gonna say, was there a door also that could open in the back so you guys can get in? If needed?
Currently you are in the bathroom, so you'd have to like look around the building to see
Yeah.
there's like a back entrance.
Yeah. So you want me to put the camera where?
Just any place where we think there's gonna be.
Facing the toilet.
Okay, don't turn into Weasel, please.
You did this, Ian. You did this.
All right, so I guess I'll come out of leave the bathroom. Take a. I guess it's an awareness roll.
Yep, go ahead and make awareness.
Can I use a scanner here?
Yeah, you'd be able to use a scanner. Okay, yep. Using the scanner, you're able to get a good layout of the building. The walls are somewhat thin, just like a kind of thin wood, and from what you can tell, they're actually mostly like hollow. So you're able to see the site. You're able to see that there is, in fact, a small storeroom located at the back of the bar that has a door that's used for. It has a ramp attached to it, so it looks like it's just for like bringing alcohol in through a like a cart of some measure.
Okay. So based off of this, I can see a good spot to put a.
Yeah, you'd have an idea of where like you wanted to put a camera for
Surveillance.
Yep. So what do you want the camera to see exactly?
Any place where negotiations would take place, like maybe that back supply room if it's big enough that people might congregate in it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, probably center of the bar room if that's the only other real
Yes, what I was
communal
thinking.
space.
The back room or the bar.
We do have 2 cameras.
That's true. So let's put one on each.
Okay. Go ahead and just make like a stealth roll to see if you can like sneak by.
Where's my stealth? 20.
Okay. Yeah, Tigo's able to slip by the few guards that are there. They don't really seem to be guards in the traditional sense, but more just maybe like
Bouncers.
people like making sure that nobody like starts any trouble.
Goons. Hired goons.
So he's able to slip by them without any real trouble. And which room are you heading to currently?
Let's do the back storage room first.
Okay. You head into the back storage room. You open up the swinging door, and there is, well, basically just a supply room. There's lots of stacked up bottles of alcohol, whiskey, lots of beer. Doesn't seem to be many like people there currently. There's, in fact, Tigo doesn't see anybody at all.
Hooray.
Hmm.
What is a storage room? I wouldn't expect people to be sitting in a storage room.
You never know.
Inquisitor Hussar jumps out like, haha!
So Tigo, you see Inquisitor Hazard jump out saying "haha," and he has.
Jumping around like this. Haha.
And imagine
and I just
power
like,
or not.
like here, have this present. I'm out of here.
So Tigo, you enter into the back storeroom and there's no one there.
Okay. Haha. All right. Let me just put the camera up then.
Okay.
Is this also a stealth roll to make it not seem out of space, or?
It's a pretty small device. This would be more like a tech use roll to see if you could like place it somewhere where it's actually going to like get a good field of vision and isn't going to like be obscured or have the microphone obscured.
This is a back storeroom. The only thing he's gonna catch is like the employees crying.
Oh well, let's try. Oh come on!
You got fates.
Yeah, I'll use a fate.
Okay.
Yeah. Right back.
I'm just gonna have one left. Okay. I mean, the fact that I even got that close is pretty impressive.
Well, you did better.
Is it something I could walk him through by Vox for like a +10?
You would have had to do that ahead of time. Tigo has placed the camera in the spot he thinks is going to be fine.
Okay. Alas.
Yes.
But he still has one more camera.
Let's go set the other camera. This side. Do I need to do another tech use?
Yes, this would be another tech use to see if you can place the camera in a spot you think is going to work.
I get my +10 here.
If Watchmaker would walk you through, then yeah, you'd add the +10 for his assistance. Okay, so Watchmaker's like, all right, you actually, there's the cameras have these little like pins in them, and you actually have to like press it in a little bit. They don't just stick. And so Tigo is able to plop the camera in, have it stick in place, and is pretty sure that it's going to get the main room of the like where people sit, and he doesn't think the microphone is going to be obscured or anything, so he thinks it's okay.
Can I go back in now that I know this and relook at the other camera?
Make a general intelligence check, just to see if you can like get that thought. No. You were pretty sure that, like, in the storeroom it's okay.
You're like, this is a good thought. I must stop this somehow.
It's more that the die roll said to Tigo, this is good. Originally. This would be to, like, think, maybe it isn't good, actually.
You lied to me, dies.
Oh well.
But Tigo thinks it's fine. He thinks both cameras are perfectly great and are going to get the info they need.
I tried.
That's fine. I mean, we'll probably still get partial off it. It's not like you failed catastrophically.
Let's see. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else? So we only saw the people outside. We don't really have much of an inventory of people inside, huh? What they look like.
Well, I mean, you would have seen them when you walked in to, like, plant the camera in the actual bar area. There's, like, you know, the various servers, and there's are about 10, from what you could see, gangers who were either doing meetups for whatever reason, or were just drinking.
Nobody that stood out, like, as super important then.
You didn't really, like, you just gave it a quick once over. You didn't, like, try and get that idea.
Trying to see if there's anything else I can do here. I can't think of anything like that we would need from a bar at this point.
Probably not.
I shall make my way downtown. I mean, outside.
Okay. So Tigo would be able to just slip back into the bathroom and out the window he had come in from.
Okay.
All right, we can harvest the data off those if we miss anything. Otherwise, we will stealthily exfiltrate, go back, de-disguise, and show up as a bike gang.
Okay.
The Rainbow Gang.
You drive back.
We should settle on a name before we walk in, and we all give 4 different answers. We are the Pilkingtons.
We're the bike gang.
Why do they call them? We use bikes. Just make it like play not as like a real gang, but like really bad wannabes, and they just feel too bad to call us out. Like make it socially uncomfortable for them.
Trapped by social obligations.
Ignited beards. Since nobody here has a beard, except maybe Gar.
Does Gar have a beard?
Oh.
Okay.
Chewie does.
Yeah.
Santa, just a Santa beard. Ho ho ho.
Bork, bork, bork.
You've been very naughty. Just tears the throat out of a child.
You've already done that twice now.
You know, omelets, eggs, the throats of children. I am an Inquisitor. Jesus Christ.
So you drive the car back. Do you return to the rental place?
Yeah.
Okay. You drive the car back. You just had it for a few hours, like maybe 2 at this point. Bring back the car. Go back to your hotel and clean off the disguises.
I suppose it's been long enough. Could I try a dropping eaves on the gangs again?
Yep, go ahead.
Okay.
Okay. So you still have their you have the frequency. So this wouldn't be a tech use roll. This would be more of, let's say, like an awareness roll to see if you can like pick up what they're saying exactly.
Okay. Jesus.
You're able to get a bit of information.
Can
You're
we
able to.
roll too, since is it like a open like thing?
Yeah, this is just like listening in on their
On
box,
radio?
so we could play it over
Yeah,
any like car radio.
yeah, you'd be able to like listen
Oh my
in.
God. Are you serious?
Everybody throw dice at it until the problem goes away. For reference, I did roll mine without the buffs from equipment because I figured pointing like a device at a device
yeah.
won't help any.
The scanner wouldn't quite help in this case. Eve is able to listen in and figure out their slang enough to realize that they are laying low after the incident at the warehouse and have basically decided to just head directly to the circle after laying low for like a day. Because the actual meetup at the circle you knew was going to be occurring in 2 days' time at this point. So they're just going to like head there like a day early.
Okay.
We should be there a day earlier than them.
We could. It'd be a camp out trip.
Camp out, stake out. What's the difference?
If you're going to the circle, you must answer my riddle.
I'll let you join the Skull Crew, but if you ask for anything other than a sock of might, no.
Really, you know what? There really should be more motorcycle gangs where like you have to answer a riddle to be like become a member.
To get blooded.
Can I try like Underworld based off of like what you told us to see if we can figure out like where they're like laying low at for the most part?
Yeah, you could do a common lore underworld, but it's gonna be at a negative because this would be more like a scholastic test. But you could do it at a negative 20, just to see if maybe like.
I would have passed otherwise. You
Yeah.
GM.
Well, this isn't like common knowledge. Like you can't just turn on the TV and be like, where do gangs stay? Like, where do they lay low?
Even a 10 would have stopped me.
Can we try a comm leech? Do we have anything we could target with that? See if maybe there's stuff they're saying on other frequencies that they're not saying over the box.
Yeah, you could. Well, yeah, you could do a comm leech, I would say.
Okay. Hang on. For fuck's sake!
We could try to find Dag again.
You could try that, yes. You have the ability. I think you actually have his comm leech or his Vox info, so you could literally call him.
You know what? If the most fucking dipshit drug addict on this planet helps us bring down the Skull Crew, sure, chaos reigns.
Right.
I'm kind of into that, actually. What do we want him to do? Infiltrate?
We just want to figure out where the circle is, and either have him figure it out and die for it, or if he knows it, just have him blab to us. So yeah, let's give him a ring. This, Ian, is what they call fail-forward gameplay.
ring, banana
This
phone.
is-
How should we lean into him? Like, say we have a.
I don't even think we have to. We could be like, do you want to make a shitload of money? Yeah. Okay, here's what you got to do, and then just tell him what to do, and he probably won't think twice about it. He'll
Okay.
just do
He's
it.
the kind of character who's like, yes, I would like a bunch of money.
And we did give him a very positive, what's the word?
You did pay for his
We made him
bike.
like us,
Yeah.
and we didn't turn his head into a canoe.
Like his friend. His alleged friend.
All right, let's call Dag.
Oh, we can tell him that we heard from Nick's debtor that he's been promoted to being like the head drug runner for the Skull Crew. Heard it right from him.
Yeah, but then we might be. He might put together that we were the last person to see Nyx alive.
I don't think that's going to be a concern with Dag Bleeder. We can hear how stoned he is, or we can try to tell how stoned he is, but I don't think he's had a critical thought since we arrived on this planet, and probably a while before then, so I think we're probably good.
if anything, this will be entertaining in every way possible for
Yeah,
everybody.
if we're gonna fail this mission on every roll, we might as well have fun with how we fail.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, so you call up Dag Leader. Hey, you guys, haven't talked to you in like a week, I think.
It's been like a day.
Oh yeah, okay, cool. Hey, I got my bike.
Nice.
Nah, yeah, I'm gonna go like. Wait, where? Oh yeah, you guys were looking for. You guys were looking for Nix. Yeah. Did you find him?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we found him, and he had some good news for us to pass on to you.
Oh, sick. What do you got? What do you got, man?
It sounds like you've got a major position in the Skull Crew running drugs.
Oh, sweet.
You just got to go to the circle and talk to him there.
Oh, they didn't tell me where the circle was. I asked and they beat.
I'm gonna like put on the mock excitement, like, oh, maybe that's the test if you can find the circle.
Yeah, dude. Maybe that's it. Oh, last time I asked
I
them.
want to be a ganger too.
Yeah.
So let's work together. How do? What do you know? Who do we talk to? Who do you talk to?
Oh, well, I got my drug supplier. Needle.
Ah, Needle.
What can you
Yeah.
tell us about Needle?
Oh, he's got the best Obscura, man. See, he cuts it with cyanide. Wait. Arsenic. And then he can, like, it gets you super, like, fucked up. It's great. I guess I could go to, like, Pew Pew Buster. I think he's the one. Well, I mean, maybe he'll be happy to see me now that I got into the Skull Crew, because he's the one who like got the cheese grater and made sure that maybe I didn't have the tattoo I was supposed to at the time. But maybe now that maybe he'll be happy to see me.
I don't think
Tell
he knows
him-
yet, right?
You can't do this middleman stuff with him though. You got to tell him you personally were the last person to speak to Nix, and he gave you this promotion. You got to tell him you were the last person he saw.
Oh yeah. Well, I know his old man, so I could go and talk to him, and he could tell me where he is, because I guess he hasn't been seen, like, in a week, and, like, I gotta, like, find where he is at, because I bet he's, like, probably running with whatever they were doing, or something.
Oh yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Hey, where's his dad? Or where's his parents?
Oh, they're in town. Yeah, his dad's, like, I guess a lawyer or something. And I guess his mom's like a lawyer or something. And they like, I guess they have like a law firm or something. So I can go talk to him. And I mean, I guess the last time I saw him, he's told me if you saw me again, you shoot me. But I'm pretty sure he was just joking.
Yeah, probably.
Oh shoot, should I go do that? Oh, is that how I can find the circle? Is this the test?
I don't know, man. Like maybe.
Oh, dude, I could offer his dad some Obscura.
That does usually go well with the older crowd.
Okay, I'm gonna go talk to Needle. I'm gonna get some like fucking sick fucking Obscura, and I'm just gonna like offer him, and I'll find out where Pew Pew is, and then I'll find the circle. Yeah.
Cool. If you do hear anything, just make sure you let us know right away. All right.
You got it.
I follow up with him in about 8 hours.
He's just gonna turn up, floating down a fucking.
Should we
embankment.
find out where Pew Pew's parents are?
We did hear about the law firm. So let's look for law firms run by a husband and wife,
Okay.
or husband and husband, wife and wife. Like of all the fascist things in 40K, they don't care all that much about your orientation.
They actually don't. No, that's the funny thing
Because
about
he enacted
40K.
Galactic Total War.
They don't care enough if you're gay or not. Just are you good with a gun?
You may not like it, but this is what peak fascism looks like.
So you want to go and try and find the law firm then?
Yeah, I'll try to look up. It would probably be, well, maybe not. I was gonna say there might be some news articles about like a couple with a kid who got into the wrong side of the law, especially if they're attorneys?
You could try and look through like local news to see if you could find that information. That would
Let's
be
part out. Sorry, go ahead.
that'd be a logic test for
I was
like
gonna
just.
say, how about I part out the job so that Eve is looking on the criminal end of things, like for the criminal justice stuff that the
With like Arbites.
that like gang lore or Arbites lore might help with, and I can look in terms of like general news and do the logic test.
Okay. Yeah. So.
My
Eve.
logic might be higher than yours, I think, now, Matt.
Do you have it trained?
I have 2 ticks in it and my intelligence 40.
Then yeah.
Okay. We'll start with Tigo then, and then we'll have Eve go.
Of course it fails.
Who's got fate points left?
I have 1, but I don't know if I should use it on
Yeah,
this.
let's see what Eve gets, and then we'll decide if we want a fate point for that.
So should I do Arbites common?
This wouldn't be Arbites, because that would be like specific to the organization itself. This would be like, yeah, this would be common lore underworld, and probably at a -10 just because it's just not all that common.
Nope.
All right. Yeah. Let's have Tigo fate that if you've got a point.
That's my last one.
Okay.
I'm saving you guys.
Wow. Okay.
What the fuck?
That's a little better.
Just a little.
Tigo's able.
You realize you misspelled crime on the Google search.
Crim. What's crim? Oh,
Did you say
crim.
macrame?
I hit the space bar too fast.
Tigo's able to pull up a number of news reports on a cognitator and is able to find that there is, in fact, a law firm, Blakowski and Blakowski, that are the basically husband-wife team of lawyers who run a small law firm with like a dozen employees, and their son was busted for basically yep basically was busted for
Pew pew.
like extortion, and they got him like off,
Okay.
but have that's really a lot of what you can find on that.
That's something to go off at least. Let's look up their law offices.
Okay. This would be local knowledge. You'd be able to easily find the address for their business, which would actually be in the very first city you landed in.
Now we're a long way away from that, huh?
You're about 3 hours away.
Can we just call them?
Yep, they'd have a publicly listed number to actually contact their law offices.
Okay. How do we want to lean into this? We could have Eve pretend she's an Arbites looking for their son. We could have Gar just do his face thing. I don't know. What do you guys think? Actually, yeah, let's try Eve posing as an actual Arbites, because I mean, you 100% look the part. You've got the armor. You've got the dog.
She was one at one point.
She was one at one point.
Oh no, now I have to role play.
Hey, this is
Can
half
they
the
see
fun.
us over Vox communication?
Not unless you wanted to. For the most part, it would be like a telephone.
Wouldn't Arbites actually let them see them over the Vox unit?
They might, just to be able. Yeah, that Eve would know enough about the Arbites to know that their presence alone would indicate, their presence alone would be good for like investigation. They want people to see the armor so they know that this is in fact an Arbites matter.
Do I have Arbites identification on me?
When you left the Arbites, you probably would have had to turn in your badge,
Okay.
but you do have your armor.
Just say blank face that you're a plainclothes officer while wearing the armor.
Yep.
This being
there-
40K, that might be true.
Nope, there are plainclothes Arbites officers. Although wearing the armor wouldn't be plainclothes, but
Should I just? Oh boy. Okay. Here we go.
okay. So you get on the box, call up. Somebody picks up. Blakowski and Blakowski Law Firm. How may I assist you?
Hi. I'm looking for the parents of Pew Pew Buster.
I'm sorry. Who is Pew Pew
I'm
Buster?
looking for the owners of this business.
Oh, you would like to talk to Norman and Linda Blakowski?
Yes.
Mrs. Buster, if you will.
Well, I think they're in a meeting right now. I could call back in an hour or two when if they're free.
It's important that I talk to them now.
Um,
This is official Arbites business.
Which Arbites officer is this?
Elise Danzi.
Let me see if they're available. The phone goes to hold, starts playing like saxophone music while you, about 5 minutes go by.
Oh God, I hate being on hold.
Phone box unit picks back up. You hear another voice. This is Norman Blakowski. You're with the Arbites.
Yes, I'm currently looking for your son.
You're looking for Puel?
Yes, I'm looking for Puel.
Well,
Pew pew.
Of course, we wish to work with the Arbites to the fullest extent. He is he in trouble with your offices?
You could say that. Yes, he's in quite a bit of trouble right now.
I don't want any trouble with the Arbites, of course, but he's also my son, you see, even if we are a bit estranged at the moment.
Let me put it this way: the Arbites is the least of his problems.
You're not wrong.
Make an intimidation roll.
Oh boy, I'm gonna fade it.
Okay.
Nope.
Oh, that's a little bit better. at least.
All right, yeah. He's on the fence from what you can tell. Like from the tone in his voice, you can definitely say he is like either or. I'm sure I couldn't tell the Arbites any more than you don't already know. He runs with a motorcycle gang. He's on the move constantly. I've only spoken to him a little bit, like over the past few years.
Can we scrutiny this guy?
Yeah, you could run a scrutiny on him.
I think everyone's listening, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have it on like speaker.
And we're all just listening in from the corners, trying not to laugh at his real name being Pewert.
Fuel.
Pewel.
Okay.
More of these dice rolls. All right. Sorry. What? Scrutiny. Right. I'm good at that.
Okay.
In theory. In theory.
Tigo
I'll-
did kind of figure out that he's not. Maybe he kind of faltered on that. Like he talked to him like infrequently over the past few years. He kind of like stuttered on that point and had to think about how he's going to phrase it.
Okay, so like to like tell Eve stuff, can we just like hold up signs? You know how like they have those things which you say in a speech
I mean, you could just whisper to her.
or whisper to her? Well, my question is, should we just drop that the Inquisition is possibly after him? Or is that a bad idea?
I think we should keep it low key.
If we can, yeah. I mean, maybe you could hint around, like, hey, did you see that news report last night?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
And then just kind of let them connect the dots that, yes, I'm talking about your son being in hot water with the Inquisition. And you're not lying, that's the best part.
Hello? Officer, are you still there? This is Norman.
So like I said, the Arbites are the least of his problems. You know, have you seen the news recently?
He thinks for a moment. Make an intimidation at a +30 as he connects the dots.
Nice.
He doesn't.
Fading that again.
Okay.
No.
What? the
Jesus Christ.
fuck?
Damn, you get some XCOM numbers here. I,
I could have given
I,
her a plus 50, and she probably would have rolled like a 100 then.
Okay, he's like, I really don't want any trouble with the Arbites or anyone else for that matter. I'm sure you don't really want to speak to me anymore. I don't really know a lot of what you would be interested in.
Lean
I'm
into
going
him.
to.
I was going to say lean into him. So, what do you remember about the news in the past 24 hours?
I was gonna say, just. I'm gonna hand you a piece of paper off screen with the address of their legal offices, and just have you like your business residence is blah blah blah, right? Just like hint that you're fucking coming.
241 Oak Street.
My God, the most heretical of.
Oh God, you should have been like Martin Luther King Street or something.
Oh.
I think they've forgotten him at this point.
Oh no. All right, yeah. So your business is located 241 Oak Street, correct?
Yes, that's where the office is located. Yes.
All right. If you don't have any information for me over the phone, I can always stop by.
Okay, make another intimidation check at the plus 30 still. Jesus, you're rolling at like an 80% success rate. I don't see how this happens.
Hang on, let's just. All right, we've got one. I'm counting successes. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there was a good stretch from Tigo there.
Yeah.
Tigo's rolling the best so far, but
I want you guys to succeed, but I don't want it to be just like a gimme.
I mean, you're literally giving us a gimme, and we can't succeed because this
Yeah.
team hates us.
I mean, we could. Actually, I know what I can do.
Okay.
I'm going to try to put on my most commanding voice
Okay.
from off screen, like literally like yelling at Eve. Arbites, do you have Buster yet? Like act like I'm the Inquisitor off screen yelling at the Arbites right now.
Okay, make a command at a plus 30.
At least that one had a more likely chance of success. A
Okay.
more likely chance of failure.
It's like, I'm sorry, in fact, I think the law office will be closing temporarily. But,
Who's that on the line? Remain where you are.
okay, make a command test at a plus 30 again.
I am begging you.
Ah!
What the fuck? That's like 5 fails in a 6?
Oh,
1,
I'm
2,
definitely
3,
gonna have to share
4,
this video with a
5,
friend of mine.
6, 7 fails in a row. And you're rolling at some like above average numbers here. Damn.
All right, let's
so
just
can Gar say something from off screen?
please.
What would Gar like to say from off screen?
Gar is gonna act like he's being tortured.
This would be a deception test. So,
Gar's gonna be like, no, Inquisitor Jones, please, not my other finger.
God damn you, Inquisitor Jones.
okay, make a deception to plus 30.
I'll take that plus 30. I'll take some of it. Hey.
Okay,
It's a fucking miracle.
so Gar is actually able to do a very convincing scream.
He's heard of you.
He's just like, I remember hearing these before several times. In fact, how did they do it? Oh yeah, you start out really loud and you just like kind of trail off into a gurgle. And
Just putting up a sign after a commercial break.
We'll be right back from
Will they succeed the critical role?
at this point, the guy you're talking to, Norman, is just like, what you want exactly?
You know, we failed so much, I forgot what we want.
That's you, Eve.
Oh, sorry, I got distracted for 2 seconds.
No worries.
So hearing this like Gar pretending to be tortured in the background, he just, what did you need exactly?
I need to be able to find your son.
I have his Vox code. If that would assist you.
Do you have anything more than that?
He has a girlfriend in the next city over, I think.
Okay, tell us her information.
Well, her name is what's her name? Patricia Caldwell. Yes, Caldwell. Patricia Caldwell, and she lives on. Oh, she lives in that Hab block. 44 BN. Yes, Habs block 44 BN. That's it. Oh yes, he called the other day, asking for money. I'm sorry. That's really all I know. And he hangs up.
We didn't get the Vox code.
No, he gave you the Vox code.
Okay.
It's a long string of numbers. I don't feel like listing out.
Okay.
It's just the pie song. Just take a random snippet of it.
Yeah.
So we just want to go visit his girlfriend? Since that's probably where he's laying low.
Well, between having his Vox code and having the comm leech, can I make like a targeted information Hoover?
Yeah. What would you like to look for?
Activity at this point. See if he's talking, see if he's giving any info.
Yeah, you could be able to use the comm leech to kind of like splice into that comm code and see if you're able to like get any info off of it.
This is our shock face.
Ian, I want full XP even if we run a short session today. This is bullshit.
Oh. Unfortunately, it's just the Vox unit is currently not active. He hasn't made a call recently.
Another civilian. Guards, your favorite.
I can go inquire if anybody knows which direction this address is.
Okay. This address would be public knowledge, so you'd be able to pull it off of like a public database without any real trouble. So you do know where it is. It is about 15 miles or 15 kilometers from where you are into the city.
Road trip?
15K isn't that bad.
It's like 30 minutes.
Road trip. We got a whole day anyway.
Yeah, we have that extra time, right? Or no, they were going to leave early, not late.
You have like a full day before they arrive.
Okay. So that's onward.
Before I become I can change it to my superpowers, my murder hobo powers.
Okay. So do you use the motorcycles?
Probably. I mean,
Okay.
we can like take the gang outfits and maybe like disguise them. Like we don't need to wear the jackets, but we can just use the bikes. They're still gang colored, but
Okay. So you hop on the motorcycle, take off, jump on basically like the intercity highway, and are able to, after about 30 minutes, get off and make your way to the Hap block where Patricia Caldwell lives.
all right. Who wants to handle this one?
There's 8 points left.
I kind of feel like we should leave this to Gar because he's got the best social skills out of all of us.
Yes, I'll be sociable.
And he has fate points.
And I have
That's also-
2 points.
That is another valid fucking argument.
I just kind of like the idea of you guys discussing fate points in universe.
Yeah. Who feels the God Emperor's blessing upon them the most right now?
I had him bless me twice today.
I've been blessed 3 times today.
I've gotten 3 times, and I don't feel like I can do another 3 until like maybe a week from now.
It's slow regeneration.
Alright, so you have her name, you know where she lives, so it's easy enough to find the of the rows and rows of these like metal doors that make up this like Hab unit. You're able to like figure out where her actual like residence is.
Can scan the residence before knocking to see if there's more than one person there?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Time for a fail.
Unfortunately, the walls are too thick. These ones are actually like, probably like yay thick metal sheets that the scanner's not able to penetrate through.
Quality wall they got there.
It's
Bulletproof, probably too.
It looks like a single sheet of recycled metal that probably isn't well insulated, but is definitely very thick.
I feel I'm gonna add a checkpoint to my awareness after this session.
All right. So you have a door. You have an intercom before you.
God. All right. Let's.
So
We'll be your backup dancers. Do your thing.
What are we trying to get out of her?
Pew Pew Buster. We're trying to find him so we can.
Kill him.
This
I
is
mean,
very much like
Girlfriend or whatever?
the interrogation. Yeah, this is the interrogation equivalent of the exchange of deals.
This was the original. The exchange of deals was the original plot of the case of the very nice case. Before I realized you guys would just kill the person who had the case and cut that session to 15 minutes.
I thought about it. And in retrospect, I should have.
That's the thing. Is like
Regardless of the consequences.
nobody had the case. Like it already been handed off to somebody else because I knew you'd kill the person who had the case and you wouldn't go through the chain of deals.
We could have just killed each person until the case was like ran out of people to travel to.
Good news, Selena. We got the case you wanted. Like you killed every officer and official on that planet.
Well, you
Yeah.
wanted this stupid case, and now you're dead. Allegedly.
So,
Alright. Gar kicks down the door.
all right, make a strength test.
Will.
We need you for your social roles.
Rose. Okay.
I can kick it too if it helps.
Gar hops up and down on one foot in
Alright.
pain and presses the intercom button.
Hold up. I was gonna try to kick it before you did that.
Oh, okay, go for it.
All right, have to go roll. Wow, damn.
Killer.
I'm mad.
Gar kicks the door. He feels he gives just a smidge. Tigo is like, call it Gar. You gotta do it like closer to the lock, and he just like kicks in, and the lock probably at this point rusted, and it just the door flies open. And there's a younger woman in there. She has short blonde hair with like a red stripe down the center of it. Few tattoos on her arms. She was sitting on her couch watching TV. Door flies open. She just starts screaming.
Hi.
Gar points a finger at her and says, "Silence!"
Make a command test.
Hooray!
She instantly is like stops screaming at this. It's like an on-off switch. It's so.
Are you Patricia?
Yeah.
We're here about your boyfriend, Pew Pew Buster.
I saw him. I saw him last night.
That was probably a mistake. But where did you see him?
Here.
Interesting. Where was he going?
He had some gang activity to go to. He
Gang
didn't-
activity? That sounds illegal.
I love you, Jerby.
Yeah, it probably is illegal. Yes.
Well,
Are you with
where
the-
is that gang activity?
It's at the circle. He said, it's somewhere out like off highway where they all like do a meetup.
Indeed. We require directions.
I don't know where the circle. He doesn't tell me where like the gang meetups are.
I'm gonna scrutinize that.
Okay.
Hey, I succeeded on a roll.
You get the idea that he doesn't give her like the exact location, but he probably does like give her a few more hints, and she might know more than she's giving you.
I bet
will.
you've got a pretty good idea.
I will let Gar do the talking while I silently pull out my bolt pistol and fucking rack the slide or whatever the equivalent would be.
Okay, go ahead and Gar make an intimidation check with a +20 for the bolt pistol racking assistance.
Pretty intimidating.
Yeah.
Thank God.
She's like, wait. Pew. He doesn't tell me where it is exactly. It's off one of the disused exits. You go out like 100 kilometers.
I do remember us hearing that shit.
Or whatever. Pew knows. He knows. He's hiding out. He said he had to like lay low because some people tossed the original hideout. He's like down. He's laying low. Please. I'm not. Don't kill me.
Well, if we could talk to Pew Pew, we wouldn't be talking to you. Where's he laying low at?
She's got like some. There's like some underground tunnel where like hit the gang hides out when they have to lay low for a bit.
Oh.
It's some underground section of the city. I don't know. I don't go there.
Okay. Does she know which abandoned exit?
If you ask her that, she would say no.
In our travels, did we pull up any like highway maps? Because I definitely remember us hearing about the disused exit 100 miles out.
You didn't pull up any maps, but if you were to look for it, you'd have to take like a look for it on like somewhere. You just have to look for it, I guess, is really what it is.
There can't be that many abandoned exits. This isn't New Jersey.
That whole state is an
Well, it's a
abandoned
lot
exit.
like.
I might have heavily based this planet off of New Jersey. It's New Jersey, the planet.
New Jersey is an abandoned exit, let's be honest.
What else can we ask her?
Do you like Born to Run? Are you aware it's about how much your home sucks?
Can we interest you in an extended warranty on your vehicle?
Yeah, she has like 40K like Bon Jovi on the radio.
Better
Tell
than
me,
fucking
Patricia,
Donna.
Do you have Pew Pew Buster's Vox speed number?
Yeah. And she gives you the same number that like the parents gave.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, we already had that.
Well, that does corroborate what we knew. So, either both of them lied or neither of them lied. Probably neither of them lied.
Unless they called her to let her know.
How
she would have
much
expected.
does Pew Pew care about her?
I guess that's up to you to find out.
Do we want to call his box speed and tell him, "Hey, I'm in front of your girlfriend with a gun drawn in a bead. You want to come talk to us, or do you want to look for a new girl? You want to try that?"
We can
Fuck
try
it.
it.
You
We'll
can
find
try
out
that.
quickly how dedicated he is.
Yeah, she'll find out, and then you can put a gunshot and not actually kill her.
I mean, yeah, he doesn't know that we probably won't kill you. We don't know if we're gonna kill you. We're playing this by ear.
Oh, Imperial Inquisition.
This is all in character.
I do think the casual detachment towards human suffering might help our roles in this case.
I mean, let's be honest. Inquisition, they care about humanity. They don't care about humans.
Yeah, that tracks.
Well, let's call the ass up. See if he answers.
Okay.
What's his actual name?
Puel.
Puel. You should call him. Hey, Puel.
Hello,
Bukowski.
Mr. Puel.
Yep.
Pule Bukowski.
Puel Buster, like that's his middle name, with an EU.
All right. So you call up Pew Pew Buster's Vox code. Do you call from yours or hers?
Let's call from hers, just to make it very obvious.
All right. So you call from her Vox unit. Pew Pew picks up. Hey, Patricia, I told you I can't talk right now. I'm busy. I'll see you in a few days.
That depends on you.
Who the fuck is this?
Somebody with a gun drawn to your girlfriend's head.
All right. What's this about?
This is about you, my friend, and what you can do for us. Why
Uh-huh.
don't we come out and have a little talk before your big meetup?
Now, why don't we talk over the phone right now? What do you want to talk about?
Probably this bullet round in your girlfriend's head if you try to call the shots again.
Funny, girls are a dime a dozen here.
Blast.
Oh,
But
yeah, girls that'll
I
sell
don't-
for you?
I don't want to see... Let's say I do want to work with you real quick. Who do you work for? You work for the Snake Skulls? The Rose Skulls? The Snake Rose?
We answer to a higher authority.
Uh-huh.
The lightning skulls.
Okay, we're doing that now.
Okay, I'll admit you got me there. I don't think I've heard of the Lightning Skulls before.
Listen, you're just another link in the chain. If you answer our questions, this ends nicely. For everybody.
Okay.
By nicely, we mean alive.
Yeah,
Mostly.
he's new, don't worry about him.
You the same guys who knocked over the warehouse last night?
Absolutely not.
Uh-huh. One second, let me make a quick roll. Alright, let's say I believe you. You didn't knock over the warehouse last night. What do you want?
We want the glass wasp.
Well, I gotta tell you, I didn't think he caused us much trouble.
Well, he's gonna cause a lot more trouble until we get him.
Alright. Alright. Well, Glass Wasp is giving us some info that's been helping out lately. He's, let's just say Flair and Bleach are pretty happy that he's with us, even if I'm not.
Well, sounds like maybe you have an advantage here because you're working with us and they're not. Do you want to get rid of him?
You know, I can't quite operate against the gang.
You could if somebody were there to push over a couple of
No,
dollars.
you don't. I don't think you can understand. See, I can't, but let's come up with a deal, friend. Now,
Alright, I'm listening.
Lightning Skulls, uh-huh. Alright, who are you really? Let's cards on the table here, friend.
Alright. Did you see the news yesterday?
Oh, fuck. Fuck. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, you got me. What do you need?
Well, sidebar here. Let's add a character reveal, like go over what we know and how we want to push this. I know we're not supposed to be like, all right, pause the dialogue, but it's fucking hard improvising all this shit, man.
You could go on to mute, and like you could mute the Vox unit and be like, "How do I tell this fucker?"
Your interrogation is important to us. Please remain on the line.
I just like the fact that it's like, did you see the news? That's the go-to. Yeah, you know who we are.
That's the new code for we're the fucking Inquisition.
That's so good, though. It really is.
It is kind of great.
So we need the glass wasp. That's
Yeah,
like
we need the
all
glass
it.
wasp. He doesn't like them. So let's start with information that we need. What can you tell us about the circle?
Alright. Basically, every year, motorcycle gangs on planet. I'm assuming they're probably from off-world, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Motorcycle gangs from the surrounding cities go to the circle, have a big meetup, do a rumble if we need to. It's our way of like doing inter-gang diplomacy and getting the pecking order set up. Glass Wasp came, Flair, Bleach thought, alright, maybe we can use, he's got a lot of info that he can use that can maybe get us up higher on the ladder. I said it was shit. But They ain't listening to me about that. I'm just an enforcer. Can't say to them in front of everyone that the plan's dumb.
Alright. So let's look at this the other way. Aside from walking out of here alive, how do we help each other out here if we're negotiating this? What do you want?
What do I want? Kill Flair and Bleach.
Good. I think that's probably arrangeable.
They got a few bodyguards. You wipe them out. Maybe Pew Pew gets to be in charge of the Skull Crew, and suddenly you have yourself a friend on planet.
Could be.
The great thing about me is I know what way the wind's blowing.
Okay, that puts you a cut above most of these people. Your buddy Nick's tried to tell us that Dag Bleeder was a major mover and shaker in your gang.
Yeah. No, I heard from my contacts they found him with his fucking head missing. Most of it. Your handiwork, I take it.
No comment.
Nyx was maybe a little too mouthy for his own good, but he made the gang some money, so personally when he rolled on us, I was perfectly willing to just drag him behind a motorcycle for a few miles, but not my call, unfortunately. Seems you did my handiwork for me, so I should probably thank you for that one.
Well, you can thank us after we get what we need, and you get to walk out of here alive. As long as we're on the same page, neither should be a problem. So let's stage us a little coup here. So when's the best time to knock over the dominoes here? Before, during, or after the circle?
Circle, not during. You're gonna see 800-900 gangers there. Not that most of them are worth anything. You knock over a few, most of them will probably bail, but some of them are so fucked up they probably would just start shit with the group you represent.
Well, hopefully it won't come to that, because my fallback plan is to use macro batteries from orbit.
Yeah, that one we can't quite compete with, can we? Turns out stubbers don't quite match that caliber of bullet.
They don't quite reach that far.
My advice to you, don't do it after. After, if his info does pan out, they'll have a whole planet's worth of gangs working for him. But, beforehand, maybe.
Alright. So, you think you could lure them out to someplace and we can take care of doing the deed?
I know when they're moving. Why don't you just hit them while they're going?
Sounds like a plan.
So you want the Glass Wasp. I want Flare and Bleach gone. I think I can arrange some things so that they travel together, as it were.
I'm gonna
Maybe make sure a few of the enforcers are... Sorry, what?
I was gonna scrutiny him. But
Yeah, I'm
He's
definitely
telling
gonna roll
the-
scrutiny.
He's telling the truth. Or as far as Eve can tell.
I'll scrutiny too, I guess.
Yeah,
Okay.
might as well. Throw the dice and fail a lot.
Tico's able to determine this guy is probably telling the truth, but he's pretty cutthroat about it.
Yeah.
It's
Alright.
business.
So I would advise you round up some of the boys who are a little more loyal to maybe you than the heads of state, and maybe have them take a smoke break on their guard shift or something.
I'll tell you what. We're gonna be moving in a little less than a day's time. We got ourselves a tractor trailer, Glass Wasps in it. He's been traveling around by that way. Could probably have Flare and Bleach take center duty on their motorcycles, and I can just make sure some of my boys move farther away from the convoy there as we head to the circle.
Sounds like a plan. Can you get us some additional info and we'll make the move?
Yeah, take exit 41 on the highway between these two cities. I'm assuming that was also your handiwork on the highway there.
A lot of things are related, yes.
Yeah. There's a lot going on lately, and it seems to be you folks are often involved in it. So I'll tell you what. We'll be going through exit 41, following that disused road to the circle. We'll be there in 20 hours' time. So you just be there. My boys will be in the vanguard. We'll pass by. Tractor trailer comes up. I'll make sure there's fewer guards. You deal with flare bleach. And that's our business.
All right. Any way you can make sure that they're not getting that tractor trailer out of there if we set up a crossfire?
I'd recommend that would be up to you.
All right. What model is the trailer? Do you know?
Like make a model kind of thing, or
Yeah, like basically, if I know some way, like you can disable this if you say shoot out the plot.
he lists off like a model number, a Typhoon tractor trailer,
Cool.
model 3070.
That should be enough to work with.
Okay.
All right. We'll be in touch if needed, and we'll probably be in touch if not needed at some point. Pleasure working with you.
Same to you. Cuts off the box.
Ray, we get to kill people.
Thanks, Patricia.
Feels amazing.
She's just like on her knees, hands above her head. You're
I haven't
welcome.
even been pointing the bolt pistol. I've just been like, so where are you from?
Could we like leave her a couple throws for her door?
Yeah, sure. Just
We just
no,
put the
you
door
hang up
back.
first.
We put the door back slightly, then it just like
Well,
Well,
leave
what if
it.
you gotta place the door?
Just gently lay it back over its frame.
I'm surprised that you didn't say that I kicked the door off the frame and killed her.
Most people don't tend to like stick around their door. But
Just when the no, a flying projectile hit her in the head.
No, that would be if you like if the dice just keep on fucking us.
if you rolled like 100, it flies off the hinges and kills her.
The door flies off the hinges. Yes, it kills Patricia.
But once the door
No.
flew off the hinges instead of
And then
Tia.
Hussar jumps out, goes, ha ha.
Ha
Me! I was the girlfriend.
It's just him in a blonde wig. What the
Oh,
fuck?
that's-
Da da da. The door takes off its door mask and it's fucking Sutton.
Damn, you guys are extra weird.
Hey, it's 40K. That's like half the mod. Like that's half the setting.
All right, so we have a heading. Let's go start an ambush and do our necessary homework on disabling vehicles or quickly preventing them from getting away, etc.
Okay. So you know the exit and the road that it's gonna be on.
Can you do call shots to tires?
Yeah, you'd be able to.
He's an expert sharpshooter. He's a master sharpshooter. He can do a call shot to like a nose hair.
And then I roll 87 100s in
The
a row.
cilia of a cell.
All shot, Celia.
You can shoot
All
the
shot
mic.
mitochondria. Have fun eating now.
Powerhouse of the cell.
No.
All right. And you have 20 hours before they are going to be around that location.
We still have explosives, like a grenade launcher and everything.
Yeah, you have a grenade launcher. And Tigo was able to purchase some grenades.
Stay away from my grenades.
I have rope. We could still use we could try to find a way to use our rope.
Well,
You could
Rope's very
put it
useful.
over the road and just
Close
close
the
it like
rope across
things.
the road.
yeah, that would work. I told you, rope is the most useful thing in like any tabletop. You can use it for like literally everything.
Just smack someone in the face with it.
Could we use it to threaten to beat our fucking dice generator?
Yeah, but it might not work.
It rolls 100 to be intimidated. Like, ah.
Yeah, Matt, roll intimidation
Why are you like this? Hang on.
to mock you.
That's fair. Intimidate.
It's not intimidated. Sorry, the rope does nothing. It's like I'm like a program and a bunch of servers.
It's like you're pushing rope.
All right. So, what would everyone like to do then?
I'm just gonna look up ways to disable that type of vehicle specifically. If there's any, like, say it's prone to axle snapping, we could like put a mine out or something.
Okay. Make a tech use roll to see if you can like pour through some like technical information you've been able to find about the vehicle.
Do I get any bonuses from knowing the make model?
This would be more that you know what to look for, so you wouldn't be getting any negatives. But yeah, you're able to find some not only technical manuals, you're also able to find some like basically their planet-wide like information network, and you find people who are talking about the vehicle. It has a tendency to list to like the right. It's basically not balanced properly. So it would like tend to pull to the right a bit just due to some manufacturing errors that have made them not strictly that popular, so they've all been sold for cost and have just been picked up by anybody who really wants one.
Okay, so if we take out a wheel on the right-hand side, the odds are it'll list super, super hard that way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we will try to ambush from the right side of the road. Or maybe both sides of the road, but I'll post up on the right because I'm the shooty boy.
Okay.
Let's go get the lay of the land. Maybe we could find a billboard to jump out from behind.
All right. So you jump on to your. Hold on a second. All right. So you jump up onto your motorcycles, and it would take you about 3 hours to both drive down the highway to that exit and then drive like a little bit down that road. And you're looking for a good ambush spot?
Basically, yeah, somewhere along the route.
Okay, you could do a awareness or a Commodore Imperial Guard plus 10 because you would have had some knowledge of like setting up ambushes before.
Okay. Common lore plus 10 for me would be not very high compared to awareness, I think.
Okay.
Well, no, it would be 51 versus, well, my awareness is way better.
Oh, wow. So Watchmaker is able to find a good spot to set up an ambush. 1 second, I was going to check something. I'll check that in just 1 second. So Watchmaker is able to find a good spot. So this is basically a long, straight road that looks like it was maybe it was either placed to service something that it's never built, or whatever was built is now gone, but it's just this long, rather disused road that eventually just turns into mostly just packed down dirt as the pavement runs out. Watchmaker is able to find a good spot with a slight hill that is just kind of overlooking the road. And there's a couple of service stations that are, some are in use, most of them are completely empty, and across from this hill is in fact a small service station where windows are busted in, place looks pretty wrecked up, and looks like it just never has been used for like the past few years.
Does it have like that top level, like the rain catcher over the gas pumps?
Yes, it does. Yep.
Cool. That sounds. Assuming it's not going to collapse, I will climb that and use that as a sniper mount.
Okay. 1 second. So you are. That would be on the. Yep, that would be on the right of the road. So this road would be traveling north. The little hill across from the service station would be on the left. So, yeah. Yep. So for practical purpose, I would say that listing to the right would mean that it would be the passenger side. So yes, this roof would in fact overlook the passenger side of the this tractor trailer.
Okay. What I can do is I can post up there with my sniper rifle and grenade launcher, and I can just very quickly like have one shot ready to go, and then switch to the other after the ambush kicks off, and then we can swarm them from the service station on one side and from the hill on the other, either on top of it to shoot or just come around it to hide, and then just, I don't know, run and hit the truck with your chain axe. I don't do melee. I'm not good at that part.
All right. So. What do you, yeah, so you're coming up with the plan currently. So, Watchmaker be posted up on the roof, and then he's telling the rest of them to, like, close into melee once it's disabled?
That's what I'm suggesting. Like, if people think they know where to position themselves better, I'm all ears, but we've got our ambush point, and that's...
Yeah, sounds good.
What if it doesn't stop?
Well, we should have a nice long stretch of road to keep shooting at them from, so I can keep taking out tires.
Okay.
And the guards should be spaced out enough.
All right.
Did we need more tech use rolls, or am I being derp?
Nope, that's something different.
Ah, okay.
Okay. You got about 15 hours at this point before they are coming through.
Well, we could probably rig some traps in the road.
Okay.
We can maybe set up like an up deploying like choke clothesline, because he said his guys are the vanguard, so they go past, the line goes up, everybody behind them gets taken off at the neck, off their bikes, and then we pop out and shoot the shit out of the truck. And what do we have for...
I do have a shooty gun I picked up a while back, but I'm not trained in it. But I can shoot it at things.
Yeah, it's something. We've also got our Tigos heavy bolter. We could post that up somewhere with a commanding position, and you could just suppress the ever-loving fuck out of them. Or just shoot the shit out of the bottom of the skirt of the truck until it breaks down. So basically, I'm just thinking classic overwhelming firepower with a side of traps and the jaws snapping shut from both sides of the road. We've got cameoline cloaks that we could use to drape over somebody's gun position if they want to be close to the road. Like, so you can just quickly jump up and start axing shit.
My question is, when they see a heavy bolter like mounted there, even if you camouflage it?
Well, it's like, have you ever seen a sniper with the ghillie and the shit on top of them while they're lying prone with the gun coming out the front?
Yeah.
It's a lot harder to see, especially from the side.
Okay.
So you'd blend into, like, the hills or whatever.
And you want me to take out the gangers, not the tires, right? You're doing the tires?
I think really it'll come down to initiative and timing, but yeah, I'll try to take out the tires. You can either if we can deploy like a snare using the rope and clothesline all the riders behind the vanguard, we'll do that as well.
Okay.
What you can do is, I'm guessing the guys we're going to be targeting are the two gang leaders, as well as disabling the truck. So let's have you heavy bolter them down, just like grease them against the side of the truck.
Yep.
I'll disable said truck.
And I'll take out the leaders. Okay.
Can I make a tech use to try to make the rope into a spring up snare to clothesline all the riders after the vanguard?
Yeah, you could do something like that.
Tech use?
Yep.
Okay. Can I get a +10 from help, or is this a solo job?
Is anybody else trained in tech use?
Negative.
No.
And okay.
This would just be up to Watchmaker, unfortunately.
Hooray!
Okay. Watchmaker is able to, yeah, he's able to rig up something that would be, okay, so you basically want to have the riders get hit by the rope. So Watchmaker is able to come up with a device that, yeah, basically it's like a little radio activated device that he sends a signal to it, and it will release a spring that will cause a device to just shoot up and pull the rope taut. So the rope would have to be tied to something. The rope would have to be tied to something and have to be tied pretty well. But then when he did that, it would like pull it up and it would keep it like at about neck level if you're on a motorcycle.
So we'll do that.
Okay.
I got some frag grenades from that guy we murked. So I'll keep a couple on me. And I'll plant a couple as kind of IEDs on the road. So, I'll space them out a bit and I'll set them to a different radio signal.
Okay. So these would be activated via a signal that you would give, or did you want to have them set?
Yeah, I would say because like we don't want to blow up the guys in the front if they drive over them first.
Okay.
We could also set them to like a weight trigger if we could make up the parts for that. So if the truck runs over it, they blow up. See if we could snap the axles.
Yeah. So if you wanted to, you would have to make another tech use for the grenades. This would be an extended use test, and so you'd have to get like how many grenades are you rigging up for that?
Let's see how many I've got. Damn it. It backed me out to the wrong place. Grenade launcher has 5 in it, and I think I have 4 in my inventory. So I'll make 4. I'll use 4.
Okay, so this would be extended use, and you would need to get 4 successes. So just roll tech use.
Okay.
And you have to be 4 rolls for the each grenade. Okay. Wow. So yeah, just roll it 4 times. I'm just curious more than anything.
Ooh, critical success.
Damn.
This is
Yeah.
the best damn ambush in a while, and then like 2 100s.
It's probably not going to be well, kind of close, but
There we go.
Yeah, I was
One of
more.
them, I picked it up by the fucking ring, and I'm like, oh.
Please stop
God.
tempting fate.
God, I heard a story about that where like somebody had crimped the pins on the grenade, and then they like just drew the vest where the grenades were on onto the ground, and like one of them fell out and blew them all up. But fortunately for you, you spend about 4 hours doing this because you have to find the parts at this disused station, and then you're rigging up radio or pressure for the weight of a truck.
Can I do 2 pressure in the center and 2 radio?
Yep. Okay. So getting the parts together, kind of MacGyvering these all together, you get 2 that are weighted for approximately, you would think 4 tons would be a good weight that the bikes wouldn't set off, but the truck would.
Yeah, it's just got to be heavier than what a bike could do.
Yep. So you set them up to detonate on a 4-ton weight, and then you also set 2 of them up to detonate once they receive the signal from a Vox unit, set 2 different frequencies that you think probably aren't going to be used very, like, at least not even out here, so you're sure they're pretty safe to use.
All right, go back to the group as we're setting up the ambush with 1 remote control in each hand. Like, who wants the grenades? Who wants the tripwire?
Yeah, setting these off would be for the purpose of combat half action.
As long as I don't have to roll any tech use, I'll pull the tripwire.
At this point, it's literally just hit the button when the time comes.
Yeah, this would be simple enough that it would just be like, yeah, a button.
Gar will be the button man, and then he'll stand by to chop things up if need be.
Okay.
And does anybody else want the frag one, or do you want both remotes?
I don't know.
I feel like you're gonna have the best view, Matt.
That's true. I do have the grenade launcher though, and all right, we got Tigo on the bolter, on the heavy bolter. Yeah, okay, that should be good. So I'll take one of them as well.
All right.
I'll take the grenades if you take the tripwire, and then I'll also have my sniper rifle to try to disable the shoot out the tire. And we'll do 2 on the right side of the road, 2 on the left side of the road.
Okay, so I'm drawing the road for you guys right now. Little center.
Beautiful road.
Yeah,
Wait,
we'll
is
put
this
in this.
16?
I'll
Are you
have
gonna
to.
draw happy little trees?
No, this is a happy little do not pass line.
Happy little
Yeah.
breeze.
So let's see here, and you are setting up the grenades. So we will have the red grenades, the red squares be your radio activated ones. So where are you setting those up? Just ping out on the map if you would.
Hang on, let me zoom out a bit.
Okay.
Does not look like a 16-lane highway.
Well, this kid's just a disused service road.
Okay. It's only 8 lanes.
Let's see. So
6.
the yellow is the expected middle.
Well, that was meant to be the divider line.
Oh,
but
the divider line. Okay.
I'm just gonna get rid of it because it's just gonna get in my way.
That's fair. Okay, so the 2 pressure plate ones are in the center of the road. I'll do like, whoops, and I can't undo it. Dang it. Hang on. Yes, I can. No, I can't. Yes, I can. No, I can't.
Use your powers.
Hang on, I just gotta switch to transparency.
Okay.
I think. Come on. You're doing this on purpose. I need a nap. I'll put them like here and here, I guess.
All right. So let me just take a quick peek. So can you just ping that one more time, please?
Yeah. One like up here and one like over here, just on the margins. Oh, there we go. Now I can delete it. Be gone.
Here and here.
Yeah, that should be good.
Actually, let's go with this over real quick. Ooh, I know I can move you. How do I do it, though?
I think you have to select the object as an object. There we go.
Yeah, it's fine. It's where I want it. All right. So those are the 2 radio-controlled ones, and I'm just going to do yellow for the pressure-operated ones. Where would you like those?
Just along the center where we're anticipating the semi's route might be.
Do you want them around the same area as these 2 radioactive ones, or behind them, or ahead of them? Like one right.
Kind of in the middle here, and then one like back here.
Okay. And so you would know that these things are. Yeah, let me just switch to black and black. And you would know that the expected route is going to be heading kind of north. So
Yeah,
it's
that's
going to
what I was
be
thinking.
like that. So you think that they're going to be heading kind of north that way. So
Okay. So what we want to do is when the truck is hitting these mines, this one they won't have time to react. Let's put the clothesline like here-ish, like just a horizontal line, so that by the time they start reacting, the line goes up and they don't have time.
So the reds are what?
The manually activated bombs. The
Okay.
pressure plate ones are the yellows.
Okay.
okay. And then the clothesline will be about here. Okay.
You should have some clothes on there.
Yeah, you
Or
just
little
have
flag,
like
that's just a middle finger.
as it pops up.
What
Fuck off.
was that gang name that you gave him?
Lightning,
The lightning
skulls.
skulls.
The lightning skulls.
You can put a lightning skull with a middle finger.
If we could fucking succeed on the test to draw one, maybe.
Sleight of hand.
Like, how many skulls have we seen and none of us can produce a skull on request?
I
You
just
see-
picture us like painting it, like holding the paintbrush like a little kid, like this.
Arts and crafts with the Inquisition.
Well, what would that one be? That would be like what?
That would be another sleight of hand, as you would need to like. Nobody has artistic skill,
Darn.
unfortunately.
Darn.
Yeah, when we need a skull, we just take a real skull.
We just paint it.
How many levels of corn are you on, my dude?
So yeah, Tigo, the skull is at least it definitely looks like a skull, but it's like the skull that maybe like first year art student would draw.
Yeah, just throw it off the side of the highway. Garbage.
Garbage.
And Tigo is once again, ah!
I'll try
I
again
mean-
later, maybe.
Yeah, so Tigo was able to find basically like a blank piece of like some fabric that looks like it maybe was at one point a curtain or something, and was able to use their paint to try and draw a skull that
Sucks.
it's somewhat amateurish. It's not the worst, but it definitely doesn't look the most threatening.
I just write Dag was here. WUZ.
So you now have a flag that has a skull on it, and it says Dag was here.
Yeah.
Okay. All right then.
Otherwise, it's just posting up at our stations and waiting, I guess.
Don't make somebody laugh. They'll be like, what the fuck?
All right. So you post up, and we've been playing about 2 hours now. So do you want to keep going? And Cut
I'm
this-
cool with pausing here and just kicking off next session with the thing. But
Okay.
again, I don't want to talk for the whole team.
I need to study.
all right, we'll call it then for the 2 hours, and we'll pick this up next week. So you are 200. 2 hours of play, 200 XP, and we will see you all next week.
When we get our fate points back and won't fail every roll.
No, you'll get your
You have
Matt.
damned
Half
us.
of that's right. You'll get your fate points back.
You have damned us.
I hate that you're not wrong.
You know,